Bonjour, bonjour, good morning, my beloved, my friends. Shalom, peace to you and your families. This morning is a special morning. This is the third morning in the series of personal development. I've been doing it for the last 2 days. If you have not, you could check my YouTube channel. Uh, on Sunday will be the last day I will be on WhatsApp. So I'm doing a lot of communications and sharing information, and a lot of people have not taken heed. Some will move across to the promised land and others will not. You can't blame them. So I'm very, very aggressive in the communication department here, send out to all my friends, associates, and everybody that to move across the Telegram if you want to talk to me, or you'll pay your money, pay to call like normal old school style, as the case may be. So we have a special here at the beginning. I asked my family and they agreed to. I'm going to start off with a live praise and worship. So they are there. They are there. And we're going to do it now. So I'm just going to switch over. Yeah, let me see. Switch over. Yeah. Put up my backdrop. And then afterwards, here I am, set my screen. And we're here live. So there's a song, Psalm 62 verse 3. So God makes his home in the praises of his people. And sometimes when you are going through your own challenge, today I have my outfit on from South Africa, and when things are going wrong, I just go through what Mandela went through, and I say, wow, if he could go through that, he could survive that. We went through nothing compared to what he went through. All right, so we're taking our songs. God dwells in the praise of his people by Grace Music Ministry, and we're all members of the ministry. Could you come on the side and just hold it for me, please? On the side here, thanks. And just hold it. You're good. And here we go. For some reason, Marlon, I am not hearing you at all. But all of us, let's scatter from rise. I agree.
Hi, Mr. Malam.
What about tells me Praise God, Lord God, nice and justice. Whoa, whoa, praise you, God. Praise you, God. So, that's what it means when we are in worship. Most people never see that side of us because most people are on the business side. They never seen that side of us. So, we're back here, we're going to do some another live session. So, I've been trying to encourage my fellow peers to be inside of the space as much as possible. Right. Okay. I made some adjustments here. Okay, so let me just switch over to my next camera. Mhm. Okay, right. Okay, so we're back. Okay. And I would need to give God praise. Yeah, I'm in the AC here, but I'm sweating through. Well, remember yesterday I tell you it was an honor to go on and our brother, one of our brothers in the ministry, his father, who was 101, he passed away. So it was an honor. I was there with a lot of musicians, real talented musicians there. And all I just say, Holy Spirit, come and guide me. Come, Holy Spirit, come. because, it's a lot of musicians, and some people may not be humble enough to continuously learn. So I was learning also yesterday. I was listening, the art of listening. And as a musician who has been there for 44 years in different fields of playing, all different. I talk about I don't know how at one point in time our band or the band Abstract, which is in Southeast Asia, they were doing we were a band doing everything from soft rock to hard rock, and from basic R&B rap to hardcore rap to as well. We're doing everything. We're doing calypso, vintage. We're doing we'll call it old time calypso now. Moving to the left, moving to the right. Oh Lord, what can I remember that song? Something. I can't remember. 1990, 1996, 96, 95, 94. Dr. Cassandra. Right? And so we did a lot of songs from different eras of music. Without You. That's a beautiful song. Careless Whisper. I don't think we did that, but we did a lot of songs from different genres. We even did when we had the female singer in the band, we had yeah, that was a tedious time for the horn man, one keyboardist. I only had two hands. 10 fingers on the grace of God. I don't know how. If you want to play horn line, you want to block the chord, you want to play the strings on the lower end, and then play some other lines. At one point in time, you may not know, but I don't have any recording. In that time, we didn't have no phones could not record back in 1996, 97. Phones, that was just texting alone, right? That's version 1.0, if you want to put it like that, or no version, if you want to put it like that. So phones were not encrypted at that level there. So I used to play a song without you. They wanted me to play a string line and play the piano line, and then hold the foundation of the music, which is a lower string and piano. So that's just playing there soft, and then they hear the da-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na, and then they want the string. So I say, like, I want to play with my tongue. And, the words have power. And I practiced about 2.5 years playing with my tongue back home here. And during a session that I was like, I used to blindfold myself for about 16 hours, 18 hours a day. And I just practiced. I would want to see how to play blind and how the blind operates, because the blind people have a gift. So I said, God, I don't want to be blind. I want to feel how it feels to be blind, trying to reach the bathroom, trying to, you name it. And people say, man, one teacher, just as I have it in my head, one student, 2 students was in Miaro last week. Yeah. Miaro last week, and they were on vacation. I said I was in Miaro Monday. He said, you was in Miaro Monday? I said, yeah. I said, I'll come back on Thursday. I have the school collapse on Tuesday and Wednesday, the music school. And I said, on Thursday, I will come and I will take the students. So I did come. They were like shocked. I said, yes, I'm going to the beach now, but I just passing here. I know you all didn't come, and you all know exams coming up. And if you want to write the exam, I had to make sure in the loop. So corrected the work. Then the Friday, I brought the parent now who left the car for the mom and the children. And he said he had to go down to pick them up. I said, I will drop you back down. And so having a conversation with him inside the car, he said to me, you know what they call you at home? They call you MMMMM, Marlon Music, the mad music teacher.
And he said, because who will do that? I say, if they go to Tobago, I'll find them. If they go to Grenada, I'll find them. They go any Caribbean, I'll find them. They go to Canada, United States, I'll get my visa, my passport, I'll find them. Any part of the world, I'll find them. Once inside that space that I'm working with you right now, I'll find you. Long ago, when I first started music back, when I came back, I started music. I started teaching in 1985. I started music in 1981. And you know, it's my mother's and father, teachers and principal. She challenged me and said, if you want to play football, you are the one teaching the people in the village of Pleasantville. You had to teach them boys and boys. They come and they play kickball with you. Do something. I said, Mommy, I'm 15-year-old. I said, Mommy, them boys, they want that. Play no music. They want, remember, it's Pele. It's all the stars. You know, Maradona every time. You watching real football. We getting ready for the World Cup 1986 in Brazil. Always could remember back in that. That is called TOMA again from the last two videos. TOMA, the acronym Top of Mind Awareness, meaning that you could remember dates and times of things that happened in the past. Of course, if you're drinking cold pressed coconut oil, I placed an order for the guy already. Cold pressed coconut oil, we have it in Trinidad. It happens sometimes in States and the Caribbean island. Cold press, take a cup full every single day. It helps. Some people take it with their coffee, others call me and say, Marlon, it's working. It's reducing some level of Alzheimer's and different things, you know. Cold press. When we take it, I boot on. I say I'm not waiting till then. So music has always been there with us, but sometimes it hasn't been kind. So right now, I'm writing 2 books on the pros and cons of music, and one on brain-based learning in special ed, you know, autism, on people on the spectrum. It have adults on the spectrum, and they deny the fact that they are on the spectrum. They say, I know me. You know, because, you know, you're working with people, children all the time. So you say, but if a child never grows up and you have children who they reach a point where you can say they're adults and they are 36, 37, 38, and it's only when you have the conversation, if you are in the field itself, you can tell that the person is on the spectrum. And people some people live in denial, some parents live in denial that their child is on it. But you have more and more and more children today because of health issues, and that they are having some level of autism or challenges on the spectrum, right, on the whole. There's a vast number. So health is critical in all that we do. So I just pay back on the music. So while we were in Asia, my health improved drastically through a product called mangosteen. And that would have been the birth of my networking days. Not in Asia, but I had what they call no health issues in 96, 97, 98. And then when I came back home, I had health issues. And so by 2003, when Senator was born in 2002, but she was not well, and the rest is history. I found something, I went to find something for our daughter, and I ended up taking the mangosteen, and the rest is history since then. So technically, 22 years after, I am in network marketing and has done very well for myself. So that's so much so that I could resign early from my job. And it's been a blessing. I could have resigned a little bit earlier. But, you know, sometimes you just want to make sure that it's right. You want to make sure that's right. So coming back to Asia, because after I move Asia, I'm going to some books I have here, some books on personal development, right? A lot of persons have not taken the time to, I talk about musicians. There's a show and there's a biz in showbiz. And when I found that out, the business side of the show was great, but the business was sucked. And if you know most musicians, they barely make any money to pay bills. I'm not asking you. through COVID, you don't know, you have no idea. I only mention this on a live recording. I would not mention it on this live recording, right? But I remember the banks calling me, Mr. Mothers, why are you transferring this to Father? Why are you transferring? I said, that's none of your business. I said, do you know what's tied in? I said, I could transfer anything I want to, anything in my account I could transfer. Right. So what are you calling me for? Because you know, sometimes your spirit tell you to move on and call. And sometimes you don't. Everybody has that sixth sense where you could call somebody and just out of say, I just thought about who I just think about you. Look how you call me. Just so, right? So sometimes you have to move with that. And so, you know, I want to say something about what I have on here. We have been programmed, the white man, I'm not saying the white man, but we have been beaten to wear them clothes. And we are wearing one African clothes. I'm not saying that I'm going, I mean, I'm more conscious now. I went to South Africa. I went to a blockchain summit with Michael Aman, Joe Oliver, and a few others, trainees. I think it was about 15 or 18 of us went to a blockchain summit in Dubai in May 2023, and then we went to a blockchain summit in Dubai in South Africa. I know I say I use all my crypto. Sorry, I use some of my crypto to buy clothes. Everything I use my crypto. I use my crypto to buy presents to persons. I buy presents for all the staff members. They were shocked. They were taken out. I bought presents when I was in Dubai. Different like, where you getting that money from? And I said, that's something I into, and you know that may not be for you, right? And they were taken back by. I was not trying to sell them. I was not trying to sell them. So I have something special here. I have something special here for you. All will love it today. I said, Holy Spirit, you sure you want me to go there? Yeah, I want you to wake them up a little bit. Well, I had to follow everything up because yesterday we had a beautiful time up in North and in Arima side. And afterwards, we come down the road trying to beat this traffic to reach South. And then we went up, had a wonderful mass for preset. The 20th. I was not part of the ministry, and it felt good that we could step back. I want to say about stepping back. In development of stepping back, which God would have aligned me through music to develop leaders and other worship ministers and people in music ministries, right? I have a few of them. I want to point out that personal development is critical. So I want to point out two other persons that I didn't point on the other two videos. That would have been Ola Matson. May his soul rest in peace. Ola Matson. He was a bodybuilder from Los Angeles, and personal development was one of the things that he did. And I also want to point out one of my first team leader, which was Shobi Jaslon. And she, if you know Shobi, you know Shobi. Shobi, make sure you had the information. And I know I went back to some of the books from when we had training and so forth. And we said, go up to Port of Spain. Nothing was really in the Southland, so to speak. So you had to go to North to get almost everything. We did not have internet access like how we have now. We could have Zoom. If you had to have the Zoom back 2002, it would have been VoIP, voice over IP, which would have been Skype, or before Viber. Going back, I'm trying to go back to 2002, 2004. You had Skype. I have maybe about 20,000 persons on Skype. I stopped using Skype maybe about 10, 15 years. People don't know how to send an email. We're going to be doing a live training how to send an email. I'm not asking you. I don't know, big managers and so forth. And think, send email. Send email. I said, okay, send email. I want to say, where you send email? I said, show me how you send the email. When they show me how to send email, I said, okay, this is not how you send an email. And this is not how you respond to an email. And this is not how your CC or your BCC through an email. And so people have lost that because what happens is that the smartphone has gotten so smart, it has bypassed people basic knowledge of how to send an email, how to CC, how to BCC, right? Blind copy, that's what it means, BCC. So you send an email, but you want to send to your boss and you want to send to somebody else that they want your boss to know. Yes, they BCC it, right? And so people don't know these things. So when people say they send me the email, I say, you sure you send me an email? Yeah, I send an email. Or I connected to you on Telegram. I say, yeah, I heard that you're moving off of WhatsApp. So I connected. When I check in them, they ain't save my number. So how you have to save the number in Telegram, save the number in the contacts, go on Telegram, open the Telegram, and then go back on the Telegram and save it. And that's the only way to save. So that I could send you the invite to come inside the room or add you to the room, because I have private rooms on Telegram for communication, right? So it has been, my MBA has been long here already, but I just like I did a double MBA, if you want to put it like that. So most people know that what MBA stands for. But our MBA means mega bank account. I want to make sure you're hearing it loud and clear. Money inside the account. When it is crypto, using crypto, exchange it back into fiat and pay our bills. Big money, small money. We get money every day. While we're talking to you, we're making money. While we're here, while we're on this call. When you're watching it back on the video, we're making money while we sleep. If not, work until you die. So from being a musician, and the showbiz was not well, and during the COVID, we recognized that right now we were able to help so many persons from off of that. I said, wow, I like that feeling that I got. And I said, Lord, you think I could carry a few people with me in personal development who could make big money? When I talk in big money, I want to just make sure I'm clear. We're talking over $1 million, $1 million TT or US if you want to, because some people need TT feel. But TT has no value outside of Trinidad and Tobago. This is like Hotel California. You could spend the TT only when you could get 100 million TT, 50 million TT, but you cannot leave Trinidad with that TT. You have to exchange it over in the US. Look, somebody right now sending me a message asking, oh God, the bank and them only getting people $200 a day. Well, I say, well, that is the situation. You have to deal with that. You were calling before. So, the whole thing about our situation here in the Caribbean or Trinidad and Tobago, you could have all the money, but you need to have cryptocurrency to help you, because crypto paid our way in 2021, 2022, 2023, 2024, and in 2025. And it is the future. And if you are not observing it, the wise and foolish virgins, I hope you are not on that side of the foolish virgins. That's all. Take a note, take a pen, check it out, and see if it makes sense for you. But don't become knocking. While you close the door, we won't get the oil. But when the bridegroom come and the crypto just do so and close that door, because we're going through the door right now. Exodus, movement of God's people financially forward. Hey, come. So. That looking like that program is looking good, and I say no happen. Say a prayer. And while you say the prayer, I praying too, but I'm moving forward through that space and thanking God. You have to give God praise. Yeah, God dwells in the praise of his people, because you have to give God praise. God hears your prayers. Thanks takes the blessing, right? He's blessing you, but you're thanking God. God, I thank you for that. And you're going through that narrow path. If it's so you have to go, wherever it is. And you're going through that narrow path. And you're thanking God every single day. So, going ahead, we have some persons who on their way to the MBA, which is mega bank account, and you can't stop learning. So after MBA, if you finish MBA, what people do, they do the PhD. The PhD. So some people might say PhD is yeah, well, a multi-millionaire or so, right? Or thing. You have to stay poor, hungry, and determined. That's what the PhD stands for. Poor, hungry, and determined. Because some people who have $1 million and who have won the lotto, and we had to go and check them out. After about 5 years or 7 years or 9 years, these people back on the JOB, which means just over broke, because you had no other choice but to go back. And you're ashamed. You're ashamed. You spit out, I don't do those things. I don't do this. Please do my nails for me and go and do my hair. I have to do my hair this week. I have a shoe. Let me get a new outfit. And I need to do my toes. Give me a body scrub here. Oh no, I need to get some additionals here. Oh no, on the buttocks too as well. Whatever you had to do, you did it. You look nice. You only putting up selfie to self. And you're broken to teeth, and you know that because all that is liabilities. Nobody taught you that. You just saying, I have money, I go spend that money. And you know, as you age, the cash flow stop coming in. Now 9 million you had that you win the lotto was. You keep on playing, so you can gamble more. How much you playing? I'll play about $300 or $500 or $3,000 on this and play 3,000 on that and thing. And that if you had a maths, if you have a book talking about how much money you paid and how much money what you win, credit and debit, basics, you must know if you are going on the right path. So you have a 9 million, what you do? You pay off, you buy a house, the bank tell you, the bank tell you, you have 9 million. Just pay every single month 15,000 or 16,000 for your mansion. You buy, you buy it because you have money. So you buy a Taj Mahal. It's called that. When you see it, when it's 2 person or 3 person in a house and you have a 9-bedroom, right? You gotta have somebody to clean that. You're still holding it. That is not a house again. If you have 9 children, yes. Okay, good. But you use 2 or 3. We're building 9 bedroom. Oh, for families and everything come and so forth. How much time will come? So that's that Taj Mahal, right? So you have situations in life that has families in financial debt, put it like that. Because the maintenance of the house is more than that 9 million. So you take a loan and every month you paying 15 or 20,000. You take a loan for your vehicle because they tell you don't pay off it. Ask Colleen. Colleen is there. She's right next door. When we go on to buy the vehicle, the lady said, Mr. Mothers, I seen so and so and so and so. Why I said, ma'am, you didn't follow my instruction. My instruction was I came for a manager's check. I did not ask for loan. We don't deal with loan. We help try to educate people how to contemplate credit cards and that move out of debt. And she said, yeah, I know happen because you are programmed and you don't know the difference. You don't know the difference. So what do? You fall for that trap. And you're listening to radio, you're seeing the ads on the Facebook, the AI is hearing what you are talking about, and then sending ads to all your social medias on banking, and you talk about credit card, and next thing you see credit card ads coming to you. Yeah, it's so you see. AI has been around for some years, right? But AI just bold now on your WhatsApp, right here, right on the side here, pop up right here. I say, hey, partner, where is you? I asked my AI question. He said, yeah, this is what I have to do. I said, where's all my archives on my broadcast? He said, this is what I have to do by so and so. I said, thank you. I did exactly what he said. I said, hey, it worked, boy. And install my WhatsApp, and I installed it. I see my archives come back up here. I said, nice, man. Okay, you bugger. You can give me that. I say, I go ghost you out. Let me see how you find me. I go ghost you out. Let me see how you find me. If I go on back to like a hermit, how could you find me? How could you get all the intel on me? And most of you are lost. There are many other communication. You know, I love working with people who are thinking ahead of the game. And we started with Telegram. So when you come over that WhatsApp, tough luck. You will see me there. I have lots of groups there. I've been working to get them across on Telegram in my different groups. I'm going to show you in a moment, right? I added one this morning and I send the link out for those persons and they will join on their own time. But when they recognize that we are no longer on WhatsApp, it's the way of the future. And first of all, remember it used to be Viber. And then we moved to Viber and then Viber got crushed. And then WhatsApp came into play, and WhatsApp are doing all kind of things now. I see the latest one I seen. Let me put a plug for Telegram. Telegram is much better than WhatsApp, but of course, people don't understand how to work Telegram. You're no longer going in WhatsApp. You used to be forwarding 25. You could have forwarded a message 25 to 30 persons. In Telegram, you're doing that. Or they get program, or WhatsApp just stop that forwarding and say, or most are looking forward it's in fives. In Telegram, you selecting the message and forward it to 20, 25, 30 persons. And if you have premium, if you pay for premiumship in Telegram, you're better yet. I think it's $2 or something a month, $1.99, whatever it is. And you getting to forward as much you want to. Telegram can hold 200,000 persons in one grouping. WhatsApp cannot do that. So once you understand different levels of business, a church, you could have a church on Telegram and the pastor could be working from there. We haven't yet used it properly. Some people understand how to do it. I encourage my brother, Pastor Carlos, who would have done cybersecurity courses and so forth, that to let us start back a cybersecurity course for those persons who want to understand how to secure themselves. And we will do a few encouragements, and then we will have live classes for those persons. It has to be something live because it's sensitive information that is being shared, right? So people are actually recording and thing. I said, no, that's sensitive information that is being shared through the process. So again, let me go through some of them. So some people who are going for their PhD have to be poor, hungry, and determined. But a normal PhD people, when they get a PhD, they feel that is it. Now, I demand that you give me $18,000 or $20,000 a month or $24,000 a month, whatever field that you're into, and you get through your processes as the case may be. But some people have not taken time to advance themselves in the education. Pay attention. Coconut water, 1 for 5. It's good for a daughter, 1 for 5. Now, coconut water is 1 for 10. It was 1 for 6, 1 for 7, which 1 for 10. Okay, that is in South Trinidad. And then North is 1 for 15, 1 for 18, 1 for 20. Pay attention. Back in Hyatt, back in 2013, we were making some good money. And so we went to have a little lime, a social lime, whatever it is, a few of the leadership and inner circle, right? And when the bill came, I'd asked for coconut water. I didn't want anything, just coconut water. I wanted the real, as is in Jamaica, the jelly water. And when the jelly water come, $67.50 for a glass of coconut water. The man think I was naive. I paid the bill. I say, it's the first and last time I'm drinking coconut water there. I said we could have go wrong by the Savannah and buy 5 coconut with that $67 because at that time the Savannah was selling for $10, right? I said we could and $67.50. I will not forget that. Like 2013. I don't know what it is now in 2025. I don't know, but I don't want to experience that. So we had funds, and so we just say, okay, Guy, order what you want now. So I get the bill. I go through the bill, what you eat. I know I drink water, coconut water. I say, but how this bill come up so high, boy? When I check in Mr. Coconut Water, it's good for your daughter. It's good for my money in my pocket. So again, you have a $9 million. And $9 million will not last long. Some people want to know some of my secrets. What I have inside here? Well, I have a bay leaf and spices together, a spice tea. Drinking that, helping my body. Yeah, spice tea, yeah. We put all the spices together, boil it, and just continue topping it up from time to time. Yeah, it's really good. Just your body, yeah. So I'm glowing already. Yeah, glowing. So some of the other things is that when you're writing down your goals, you have to be chanting your goals on a daily basis. You're writing your goals. From since small, I know Zenata was different. God's gracious gift. Because we had other children, but they died at some point in time before they were born. So when Zenata was born, I said, God, I really thank you for this one. But Zenata means Hebrew God's gracious gift. When you have your child, you will do anything for your child or children. You're doing anything. Anything. They may not understand that or not. But I'm talking about the old school parents, not these modern day children making children. So children to have that level of discipline, right? But we're not talking about when an adult have a child, a mature adult, they're taking care of that child. Big difference. So you have to look for, when you're looking for businesses, you have to look for businesses that that are registered, licensed, and audited. Our company is registered, licensed, audited. I wouldn't say much on that. I'll just say our company is registered, licensed, audited. And when they show that proof, I felt much more comfortable than most other businesses that I've been in the past. I've been in lots of businesses. And so I took the nose dive inside and press on real hard in that business. But I learned a lesson. Never put all the eggs in one basket. So we started to diversify in different businesses. So when we are educating you in businesses, we ask you to analyze it with a straight mind. Don't go to your broken brother-in-law, sister-in-law to ask them to start good business when they ain't even living the life. They say, boy, I don't hustle to go to work. Most people, I send this out to persons, right? I know people are working, people are cooking, cooks and different people. They don't have a choice. Every day, Monday to Saturday, they have to cook for a living because they don't get that money to think how they're surviving. Pay attention. How long can you live on without your salary? You could write it down. How long can you live on without a salary if no money is coming in? Well, I took early retirement, so no money is coming in until 60. I'm 55, and I ain't flinching what to do. I said, listen, all I could do what I want. I said, I'm good to go. I said, you sure? I said, yes. When you have multiple streams of income working for you while you sleep, while you go and pray, while you are in thing, all car crash at the same time. I'm not saying that the business that we could crash, but I'm saying it, I have no guarantee on it. But once you trust God, and you say, God, you know what, I multiply this money and I take, let's say, a figure, 10,000 USDT, and I make 2,400 USDT every 20 days. Well, Papa God, that is $20,400 TT dollars at 8.6. I could afford to live over 20,000 a month. And if you can't live on 20,000, you need more than 20,000, then you have to figure out what is really taking place in your life, right? So and I could, I could help a family member. I challenge people when the next gospel singer come here, instead of you taking yourself to the event, go and take a poor family, a family that that don't have it, but you just say, brother and sister, I want to bless you back. I don't care if the ticket is $500. Say, I see it's 4 of you all there. I want to bless the whole family. Don't take the mother and the father without the children. Take everybody and send them across. Here why? The child remembers things. You as an adult now remember things when you were a child. And then if your mother and father was alive still, you'd go and ask them, and they will say, yes, we kept that away from you, so we spoke in a patois and different languages so that you would not understand what we are saying. And then you'll say, well, okay, I did this because so-and-so by so-and-so and so-and-so. I just say, but how do you remember that? Because the child has that in their mind. That is their TOMA. You become an adult now. The more TOMA is, top of mind awareness, TOMA, right? So you reach that point. When I first started and I wanted to make money, of course, making money is illegal. You have to have a mint to make money. So when we say, I come to make some money in this business, I come to make some money, man say, you have a mentor. I'm printing somewhere. He said, no, you want to earn money. I said, I want to earn money. So I tell him, I say, in earning money, you have to learn skills. You have to learn how to do Zoom now. And not everybody knows how to do Zoom. But every skill set that you have engaged in helps you. There are a lot of people with a lot of high tech. They know how to do all the things on their phone to connect to the TV and everything. But they broke on the teeth. I'm telling you. You think they ain't teeth in, they might be good citizens and they ain't teeth in. But they broke on. They broke on, they don't have. They just have just over broke, which is they give you just enough money for you to pay all the bills. And next month, you must be in the cycle and that rat race and just spinning top of. And so you have to put on the armor of God if you're a believer and come out and say, God, I want to be excellent. I want to be like Mandela. I want to know how to, and Mandela style. I mean, when we go to South Africa and I get to taste of South Africa, I say, I want to take a whole month when I go back to South, not for no 5 or 6 days and run back to my job. At that time, I was in job, so I had to go back, right? And I strategize that. I say, no, I taking 3 days off. I taking 2 days and the week before. I never used to take sick day and bank time, all these things. Nah. And I just say, no, I taking 2 days. I leaving Wednesday night. My flight leaving Wednesday night. Saturday, Tuesday and Friday, I'm taking them 2 days. The conference is the weekend into the Monday. And then I'm taking 2 days to come back to Trinidad, right? And so I'll be back on Wednesday night and I'll go to school Thursday morning. And I drive in and it's past jet lag, I know. I drive in and I like, wait now, I on the road now. I got so you're playing so much, and you shouldn't be driving the next day. You should not be driving. Thank God it's just a short distance to which part my job used to be, and I reach the work I say wait, I drive back home and say I need to sleep. But instead of sleeping, I went at night and did a meeting on Zoom, sharing a little bit, and I said we'll see you tomorrow night. And I sleep again, and then tomorrow night I hit them another Zoom, and the next I hit them a Zoom until they get an idea of all the things that happened in South Africa and Dubai in 2023 when we did the blockchain. Even when I was there, technology, you have 2 phones, you have 1 phone tethering, you have a next phone here, you're doing the recordings, you're typing, the technology is there, but most people use the phones to play games. We don't play games on our phones. Some people always addict. That's their addiction. That's their pastime. They must play the game. Ching, 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 ching. I'm playing the game. Ching, 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 ching. That's a waste of time and valuable time that you're using. So the smartphones are smarter than you, and you are not making a way out of it. You have to let that phone work for you. You gotta let that technology work for you, but you are not working it. So 3 other things here. So doubles is the next thing. Doubles move from $2 to 1 in 2002. You can get doubles for $20 now. You get doubles for $40. $40. You get chicken doubles, you can get pork doubles, you know, all kind of things selling. And people just putting a price in it and then making the money. And you're like, tasting good. And guess what happened? Your brain is now controlling you. Your brain, you even thinking, sir, when your emotion for hunger take it, you let it drive so now you get up. You eat that late at night, and you know that you're running no football, you're running no form exercise, you're not in badminton, you're not in no kind of sports, and eating, and you're looking like, and that clothes, I have to get some other clothes. Every time I see my clothes, I weigh myself yesterday morning, I say, hey, you look like you're coming down, boy. 232 from 264. You're doing so. I watching myself, I say, partner, I bring you back down to 220, 220. A little bit every little day, a little bit, you do a little bit of exercise, you do a little bit of everything. And you will come down to whatever it is. You have to know and gauge yourself. Why you don't run the vehicle without maintenance? You have to maintain the vehicle. So you have to maintain your body the same way. Because your body is the temple of the living God, right? So you have to maintain your body in such a way that you could, and alkaline as much as possible, that you could have the best. So the cost of food is going higher and higher. And of course, obviously, food is going up. It means that if your salary, right, is not going up, what is going to take place? I have a little piece here for you, right? I have a piece at something here for you. My salary has not moved since 2013, 2014, most people, right? And that was like 6,000. And the cost of living already keep on climbing. So I said, I'm mad to stay in the job. Yeah, what I said. If I stay in that job, it's going to be checkmate for me. It's going to be checkmate for me. Checkmate. I'm not asking you, I'm telling you, it's going to be checkmate. You have to figure a way how to make your money work harder for you. The reason you and I have a job, because our money is unemployed. My money working harder for me than me. I sit down here and just having a Zoom. My money in the crypto space is working, all of it. And every day I check them. I say, how are you going today? Yes, nice. This one here, nice. This company, nice. This next one company. When I say, whoa, you know what? I say, I have my PhD now, boy. 10,000 TT dollars a day? Nah. Minimum, no? I said, nah. In this one company, I said, nah. I said, this compounding is really thing. And Myron Goldman said it. If we put our money to work, for sure, we won't have to work that hard, to a tune of 24% per month. You always get inside the bank, the bank or credit union, whatever financial institution. I'm not a financial advisor, by the way. I just took my money and let my money work for me as hard as it is. Right? So that's a word to the wise. But I educated myself first, right? And I'm fully control of all my accounts. And that's what we teach right through on Zoom, or sometimes on private sessions. People book me, whatever it is. From September, you know, there's a cost factor. I don't know if you're aware of it, but I would not be freely available for free from September, right? So, yeah, so next major topic, I am here written down. So there's something called from Dr. Ola Matson, may soul rest in peace again, tell you one of them who was part of personal development. So I have his emails all in contact still. So I go from time to time, take the information, share it, digest it, massage it until it's inside here properly. Sometimes it's a little hard now. So it's not Say it over and over and over and over. So Sinaloa, Sinaloa, you should be writing if you're there or watching it back on YouTube and pause it and play it back. Sinaloa. It means the acronyms, strength in numbers and law of averages. Strength in numbers and law of averages. We build wealth by saving in assets. That's a fact. We build wealth in saving in real asset. An asset is something that brings in cash flow, moolah, money. Not them kind of thing that be telling you, I don't want to call your name because I want this just YouTube to be uploaded, right? They give us something. When I say the real truth, well, when we live, you'll get it raw and you'll be writing it, right? Good. We build well by saving in assets. We are in the business of giving our money a job to do by getting multiple streams with different companies, setting up your savings. Let me say it again in a nicer tone of voice. We build wealth by saving in assets. We are in the business of giving our money a job to do by getting multiple streams of income, which is MSI, with different companies, setting up our savings. In your case, you will say your savings. The challenge with income is our thinking. What is the challenge? The challenge with income is our thinking. The more education you have, the less understanding. Let me say it again. Those who have the MBAs and the masters might be talking, you're talking tutu. You're talking crap. But they cannot walk away from their job. They have to stay in their job. And after they reach 60, because of the standard of living in the garden or park that you're looking to associate yourself with some company and you're 60, 65. And here what happened? I have a high-end vehicle, right? I want to share one secret with you before I continue. Most people buy the high-end vehicle, brand new, spanking new. And you buy it maybe at $750,000. And they don't tell you that. But every for 5 years, you have to, the insurance now trap you that you cannot buy that, you cannot put a third-party insurance. Yeah, they trap you. I don't know how they're doing them thing, but in any case, that ratchet fee is a ratchet fee by itself. So you have to pay for it, pay for over this 5 years' time at premium, right? And you know what I'm talking about. And after 5 years, your vehicle is now valued at $150,000 from $750,000, or $160,000 or $170,000 or $180,000 from $750,000 from $1 million from 5 years ago. From the time you drive it out the showroom, and they just say, no, I don't want this again. They say, okay, yeah, the value drop. Just to bring it, you just push it out. You're not even halfway out the showroom. I changed my mind. Instead of piano. But the price, we take it back from you, no, sir, but we take it back you just have to pay $150,000. No, I still I'm not driving and I changed my mind. The paperwork finished going through already and the bank already agreed and it's come like a fixed deposit. You take out the fixed deposit, but you really fine print, and then when something happens and you need the cash flow you deal with. And you need the cash flow, you bring the deposit and you're angry because you didn't educate yourself properly and you're running from this bank to the next bank, but you know, it's like you're going to the same bank because the bank had the same policy, might be a little less stiffer, maybe the percentage might be less, but it's the same thing, right? Mad people do the same thing over and over. So let me go back through again. The challenge with our income is our thinking. The challenge with our income is our thinking. The more education you have, the less understanding, because remember, they're not telling you what to do, and you're in a program, and waiting happening to you. You are programmed You have to deprogram yourself and go and learn proper. There's no course in no university, nothing, even after doctorate, teaching proper financial education, how to be financially free. They tell you get the doctorate, get your PhD, and when you're a PhD, you're rich. All about for me, bow. Dr. So-and-so, and you have all your letters behind your name and everything. Good for all you. The wealth gap is closing. The wealth gap is closing, meaning that crypto space, that opportunity to go through that narrow door before the banking system take over. Because now the bank now saying, yeah, we have your own crypto. You could connect with me and join me crypto, and that can never be. That is not being emancipated. You going back in the same space, and because you just hear it and you listen to TV every single night and you're watching and you just they're programming yourself. That could never be free. You could never be free. I hear them and I just say, good. Finally, I created a chat room. I think I sent out education and personal development, MBA and PhD in communication and businesses, right? And I'm going to share now. So I'm going to share a little bit. I'm not going to share companies. No, I'm not going to share companies. You have to come. You have to message me privately. You have to message me on Telegram if you're watching this video after today is the 21st. So today is Thursday, the 21st, Friday, 22nd. By the 24th of August, 2025, I'm off of WhatsApp. And you'll communicate with Telegram. All right. So here we go. Let me share my screen. Got it. And most people, when they're sharing the screen, lack of education, again, they use the full screen. We use portion of screen. I use a portion of the screen and I'm able to see all the persons inside the room. I'm able to communicate. Like I'm going to click the link and I seen all the text messages inside the room, but it's not on the screen. You're seeing my mouse now on the screen. So, I mean, that's the kind of technology. It's there, but you have to educate yourself how it works. You don't need to have everything on the screen. Yeah, you get where I'm coming from? You don't need to have everything. I just take my annotate my cursor, having a red so you can see where I'm at, right? So I'm going to back end. Right, good. I'm going to back end this here. All right, this is what this is what we just listened to. And I'm going to go to the Telegram group. So we have different things. This video, I'm going to play this video back at the end. Right, let me just pop it up a little bit here. Good. So Exodus, movement of God's people, one chat group created, communities in info to secure in other companies. It's another group here of businesses. And then I gave my PhD one here. Where's the PhD one? Right, education, here it is. Education in personal development, MBA and PhD in communication and let's drop it down a little lower. Communication and business. 7 members, and I send it out to a lot of persons, and of course they will come on their own time. This is where I'll be posting. So if you want to get like how I'll be doing other seminars and so forth, this is the group for most persons. These other groups are for people who have registered into our businesses, Exodus, movement of God's people, and community into how to secure. That's it. And the first thing first, look, let me give you a little example as I am here on here. Let me give you an example here. So you see all these messages here. So look at Jimmy. Jimmy is brand new. He now comes in. I gave him the message. Now I don't put that. I don't type that to him because I will not be sending whatever it is, but not that. That means Hell is low. So I don't say hello, I say shalom. So I'll type in Tim shalom. Right? Good. I made a thing there, edit it. I'm going to drag it down for you to see their part there too as well. Right, edit it. Just like WhatsApp. The only thing that is better than WhatsApp is Telegram. I'm giving you all it in stages. There are other things better than Telegram, but I'm giving it in stages, right? We will be having some sessions with Pastor Carlos, and I want to say Pastor Carlos is one of them that they were doing sessions right home by us here. We have the music school, and then certain days the school wasn't operating, and they had training sessions and so forth. And what happened? It worked out. This is one company. They have information here. I'll scroll through the information, look and see an award taking place for this company and the per term. I'll click and I'll forward it to this chat room because this Exodus chat room is dealing with that. Boom, I give it that. So I forward that information there. That will not go to the other chat room. I'll go to another chat room now that is dealing with business. And then I would go and I would scroll through and I would find information. You see there's 191,795 persons in that. And I would scroll through and I would peruse through to find information. All right. And I would go through. Right. Forward this information. This is good information. And I would forward to Exodus because Exodus is dealing with business. Not Exodus. Wrong. The answer was that. Community. So, okay, I have to delete it from off of that. Now, here's the beauty. When I delete this here, it just automatically disappears. Oof. See it? Big difference. Big difference. WhatsApp storage is unbelievable right now. WhatsApp is creating management place where you have to delete the message from there. So there's really no space. This is much better than that. Let's say, okay, I did not finish in that one, but look and see. When I continue that one, it's going back from where I just left off. It does not come to the end. I'll scroll back through. I now continue on to see if somebody says something. Bruce Hughes, who's the corporate trainer, is saying something here. Today, Pertum, most innovative layer, blockchain coin market cap. Make your voice heard. Share, emojis, boom, again, emoji, and then I forward it to the Exodus chat room because Exodus is dealing with that one, right? So that company, right? I'm showing you. I'm not just talking the talk. I'm walking the walk. So I go back to that one, write the messages. Something is happening there. Somebody sent a message there that is not there. And you can see. So you get the idea what it is. This is Bruce Hughes talking here. Yeah, look at me here. And I think I forwarded this already. But Bruce Hughes was the last person talking. So that's how it is there. You go through the information and I peruse it. I'm not going to be sending nothing on WhatsApp because I had to copy the information, grab it through, and send it through 5 to 10, 15 chat rooms on WhatsApp. And that is taking up a lot of time. But when I peruse the information and it's something that I want you to see, this is a per term. Who has had a day off like this? Forwarded inside the room with the Exodus. Because Exodus is dealing with that room. Exodus is dealing with Aperatum. Right? So all the information. Next one. Go to it. So most companies are on Telegram. You got to stay with the time. right? So when I go through and I peruse through, like, okay, let's have this one here. And I peruse through this, I must know, okay, so this is talking about another company, Witness. I select the information. And say if you receive suspicious private messages, report immediately. I forward it over to the chat room, which is community, which is the different companies. I have 3 companies inside there: PopMax, Bitness, and Cryptex. So I send that information there. Good, and I go through the information, find the information, and now I'm going to send it to the new guy, Jimmy, who will now join. I'm going to add him to this room, education. I just click on the messages here. I tend to go to settings. Let me see, I can see like all of them one time actually. All right, so I forward this message to him. I'd go to settings and contacts only and change it to contacts only. And then I give 2 screenshots of how to do it. He gets all the information there. That's it. He gets the information on how to set it up, and so that nobody sees his contacts, his information, unless the people that are inside of his contacts. So now I did that. And when I showed it, I forwarded the same message, you can see, to all these people in one shot. I select them and I could have forwarded 35 persons at one shot, and all these people got a message of how to do I do education on Telegram, boom, 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 cybersecurity course, and so boom, and I forward this to, so Jimmy's aware of it. Then Jimmy, when you have a response, I will then take him to the room where most people are going to be. I have the music school this year, metanoia means change. Metanoia is already here. Business harmony, musical harmony. Metanoia, the company side of it is already here. Yeah. Present students of Metanoia, staff members of Metanoia. I'm moving across. This person is a hacker, right? I was trying to scam somebody. That's where you see delete account. They had a name and they don't have a name again. Actually, this person is supposed to be in my archives. Right? Good. Go into my archives. And the reason why I have them there in the archives is because I have all deleted people or scammers in my archive. So when I go into a company and I go and I say, hey, look and see all these people are scammers in this company here. And I go and I find them and I take screenshot. I say, hey, look at them, watch them. Watch them there, watch them there. Look how many of them there. Deleted. Go to the next one. Next one, look how much of them. These people are scammers, right? So we take care of our community in security. We educate you what is a good company, what's a bad company, right? How to look for good companies that are licensed, audited, right? Go and look for companies. We teach you how to work your business. Look and see my French team. His name is Modeste in French, from Benin, right? And he loves it. He said, merci beaucoup. I know how to say that. The connection, because he's on WhatsApp with me. So I tell him, I say, hey, partner, I coming off of WhatsApp on Sunday the 24th and on. So make sure you can. So I'm testing this whole week. I'm making sure people see how it's done. And it's to me, this is more secure and more private than Telegram. And Telegram has his pros and cons. And so we're teaching you immediately. WhatsApp, they ain't telling you nothing. They are saying nothing at all. So they just tell you, yeah, they have an AI, they can ask the AI any question. The AI capturing data and information. And then what do you think is happening to you? you are lost inside that world. All right. So my WhatsApp has been there. I send it out. It's my WhatsApp here. And I send out the information to many persons, right? All over different chat rooms, right? And I share with a lot of persons the information. It's all up to you now to take it and say, hey, Marlon, I want to be a part of that, right? And message me. Don't wait, like them training. You wait until the last minute at 11:59 p.m. when I've ready. All now, so I ready to come off of WhatsApp. And then once I come on WhatsApp, we'll take our time to adjust, and then we'll show you all the other forms of secure communications that are better than Telegram. We give you the time to just get accustomed to Telegram first, and we say you should get this and should get that and should get that, as the case may be. So that's my stuff today. Let me just put a plug in for some of my work here on some books here I have here. Oh, and we got our keep keys. We have just about 2 more keep keys for sale. I'm going to plug it out here. Yeah. Let me flip over here. All right. And not sure if you're seeing my screen. Where it is. Where is that? I'm not seeing it either. Let me see. Good, here it is. Right. So we have a few ones. I bought this on the logos. Don't start a side hustle. Do this instead. Work less, earn more. Very good by Brian Page. Want to get? I also bought this on the logos, right? Navigation through the metaverse, a guide to limitless possibilities, and Web 3.0, MetaMask, and so forth. That was the thing. You go ahead and learn about that. The Power of Servant Leadership by Robert Greenman. Yeah, this is our. We have Keep Keys. This is for sale. Right now, we only have 2 remaining Keep Keys. Yes, this is my own personal one. Let me see. And as I told you, this is what you plug into your laptop, your device here. You plug in this here, inside here. It comes up, it lights up. Then it takes you through the seed phrase. Yeah. When you see how to put in a seed phrase every time, it means that this is not plain joke. You have to put in your seed. You can't put your funds inside here, crypto inside here, and expect that, just a password. No, they want the password with a seed phrase. Every time you log in, the seed phrase. So, you know what I mean? This is how this has been here for a while. We bought it since 2021. We tested it out. We see how it is. And I say, no, this looking very interesting. Right, so this is the Keep Key. When you plug it in, let me plug in mine here, and you'll see it comes up with the 1 second. I'm plugging it in here, unless this is not all right. This side it doesn't thing here, so let me plug it on the next side here. And I see the Keep Key comes on, and then you see it pops up here on the laptop here. All right, so you see how I'm sharing my screen. Look and see. When I'm sharing my screen, in the advanced sharing, I click on the advanced, and I click on portion. I share my song, and I click on that, and I only have part of the screen showing, as you can see, and I have the next part with the information with those who are there, and I click on participant. I click on the chat. I can read the chat and see the information in the chat. I don't have to share full screen. So the things are not. You see, this is the controls that most people don't know how to operate. All those things we train and show people how to do that. So this is what people are seeing, what is on the screen. But you who are watching live now, you're seeing how the back end working of how Zoom is properly worked. when you work in Zoom. If I go full screen, it's going to see everything on my screen, right? So I'm just going to pop off here and small of that, and then it's going to see Wisdom Financial Ants. And I have that as Wisdom Financial Ants because ants are smart. Ants know when it have a something going to happen. Oh yes, and look at it's coming immediately, man. And the back office here. Praise God. Right. Okay. I'm going to stop the share screen and come so you see it from on the next side because they wouldn't see it here. Yeah, stop here. Stop here. Good. Right, come back here. And then share back here. Right. And this is inside of the keep key. And you have your currency. You could, exchange as the case may be. You have everything inside it. Everything. My wallets, everything. So you learn how to manage. I just named the thing, my the keep key, ants and finances, because ants know how when a storm is coming, they prepare, they go and prepare. Just go outside and just observe. You must have ants. You can't be living in a concrete jungle, right? If you live in there, well, oh gosh, things very hard. Yeah. You must touch Mother Earth, nature. You must touch that. So this is how, in the back office of your keep key, and this is only one way of saving. There are many other ways of saving. You could download the Atomic Wallet, right? And you could, I'm bringing up my WhatsApp, and I'm going to move it back out of the space. And you could use your Atomic Wallet, and you could log in on your Atomic Wallet, right? And get whatever you need. Let me just pop this out of the way. Get whatever you need. Right. Let me show you two MetaMask as I'm there, version 3.0. You get any bonus today because, hey, not every day I'll have the time to do this. I'm just working as best as possible. Let me just move this here and bring back here. Bring back the WhatsApp, this here, boop, and bring the, copy. All right. And let me pause this video for a moment while I bring up the MetaMask. All right, let me continue. So this is MetaMask. And when you connect, MetaMask, and when you connect, it's going to connect. It's going to ask you this version 3.0. Get with the times, right? Do you want your Binance Smart Chain to connect? Confirm, boom, click. Simple like that. Right? Okay. And once you continue practicing it, it becomes easier and easier and you understand what to do. Let me just make this a little inside here, right? So, boom, it comes up, this version 3.0. Right. So, night before, I think I had some funds that finished. I put $103 to earn, and in 28 days, it's going to earn this amount of money. Simple like that. At $60, I put it to earn 28%, 24% in 28 days time. In 12 days time, it's going to finish. I have $1.93. It's going to earn $2.39. So, and you can see the different timeline that is there, and this is blockchain. You have it set, you could put 10,000, you could do anything you want to, 50,000, 100,000, and in 20 days time, But this is just one company I'm talking about. I'm not able to show all the other companies, but I'm showing you how MetaMask works inside the companies. The rewards come back right inside the MetaMask. And when it comes back there, nobody has to know what you are doing, and you have thousands. That's why you see I'm just pulling back the Telegram. That's why in the Telegram group, you have tens of thousands. You see, look at Telegram, the business Telegram. Look and see. 191,000 persons, and just it's supposed to be English, but you see all kind of different languages there, right? It's supposed to be English, but everybody's inside there, taking a bite of the cherry, understanding what it's doing. Some people who are, well, I'm not asking you to join this group. What I do, I go and sift information out and I post to you because I know that you are virgin. Most people are virgins inside this. So I created a chat room where I could communicate the information. So I go and peruse. But when you join the company gives you that option. Yeah. It asks you it asks you here. Yeah, getting information here. It says, do you want how to participate? Click on profit introduction, Bitloop new thing, and then it asks you, do you want to join? It asks you, do you want to get information you want to add? And then that's how I clicked and I was added to this Telegram group, which is the main hub, it seems like, of information. And you go and of course, we have some great uplines in our business here. Business partners, Mr. Ken and Barry Logan, Ken Logan and Barry Morrison, sorry. And they take us through, and they also have their own chat called Enhanced Retirement, which I'm a part of that. And they do their training on Wednesday nights. On Monday night is the training, and on Wednesday night is the meeting at 8 p.m. Eastern. And so, when you have simple business, they take half an hour to go through 3 businesses. And when you have simple businesses like this, it's easy. It looks like it's hard. Oh gosh, Malay went through the thing fast. You know what's hard? Watching people do the same thing over and over, not willing to learn. And that's why children are really the gem. A child was, okay, I want you to learn a new instrument. I want you to learn. I said, watching YouTube and practicing is 2 different things. You have to get on the instrument, the pan, the violin, whatever instrument you are, and practice makes permanent. And so I had to go and learn all about these things. If I had to go in Pharaoh house, whatever it is that God will say. And then I said, Father, I think I learned enough. I'm ready to come out. He said, well, you had to take it people. I said, 1 Samuel 30. I said, no. I taking people with me on this journey. It's not I just want to be financially free. Say, I had to take people with you. I said, God, it's people that say, no. Give me the robot instead now. The robot, I could program the robot, and the robot another thing that, right? He says, people. I said, Papa God, I'm working on myself every day. I say, man, you know what's been working from people say, Alan, but you got to be working. I don't have to be, but I choose to work and help develop people and to work with people. So we work with people privately all through the evening, all through the night. Sometimes when we're in different time zone, my guys from it's 8 hours ahead of time. So when I'm speaking with him, I speak in as slow as possible because English is not his first language. And that's broken French, if you want to put it like that. It's not 100% French, because when I go to France, they say they speak a dialect French, like Martinique or Guadeloupe, right? And they said, no, you're French. You have a little twang in the French, like how we speak and we say come now, and you go to England and say, did you say come now? Did you say come no? Because they interpret the now as no, meaning that well. So everybody has a slang. You go to Malaysia, Taru Masala, Marikita Birds of Mala, boy, henna la right through in my head. One day I couldn't take it. Well, I learned any language, so my eyes open to Taru Masala. This the first word we learned is Tre Makase. I'm a Malay people, that means thank you. Three makase. I say makase sound like moccasin. Yeah, the moccasin. And and three makase. Okay, moccasin. And whatever it is to attach because when you reach in a foreign land and you're hearing that language and nobody speaking English, crap or smoke your pipe, especially if you go to Thailand. Somebody car, whatever it is. I learn different language, different words, different languages, so I mix it. And so when I'm speaking to my daughter, our daughter, and I say, as she asks for something, and I say, meow. Meow, in that way, how I said it, is somebody named in Thailand. Meow. And then this other person next to you, her name is Meow. That's different. I said meow. I said meow. When I reached in 97, I said, no, this couldn't be. I said, what's your name? Meow. What's your name? Meow. And then the same word with the back of the tongue, meow, meow, means no. That means no. You're gonna be mashed up. I mean, learning language is good, eh? I said, wait, your name is meow. Your name is meow. And if I say no, meow, yeah, because I try to teach the children the letters of the alphabet. So when my fiance came, they had a problem. Well, she's not my wife. 36 years together, 8 months and 19 days. Colleen come across, and I said, interesting. My fiance, hey, this is Colleen. I said Colleen, and because of their language, K is not a letter in the alphabet. I said, what? K is not a letter in the alphabet. You must have a K. I said, no. And I had the Thai book there. I said, shit, boy, they really don't have a letter. They only have 24 letters. What do you ask? So how do you ask it? How do you ask if you have 24 letters? I was saying in my mind, I had to write the letter K. And then I go through it. In Malaysia, a place called, Thailand, a place called, just like Tobago, like Paradise, Tobago, called Koh Samui. Koh Samui, beautiful place. You got to go there. You got to go there. Right? God's grace. And the person is saying, say meow again. Say meow. You see, good. You good. But, the language is critical. So sometimes if I say, I'm talking to Zenata, I don't want nobody else to know what I said. She's going to get the word meow. I wouldn't say that's aggressive as that. I would say that's meow because I know nobody know no Thai. That's a meow. And I would say, je crois pas, which is French. Je crois pas. I can't believe it. I can't. Je crois pas. I can't believe it. And so I would mix that in one language, in one sentence. So I hit in your Thai and Spanish. They say, you crazy? I say, yes. The Marlon Mothers, the man music teacher. Well, of course, I translated and I know my little bit of languages. And that's since from 1996, I must say 97, right? And I have kept it with the same tone, pitch, and accent, the pitch of it. And I would say language is something that you need to learn. If you want to learn a language, very simple. If you want to pick up French, go on the French radio station, just listen to the radio station all day, all night, and slowly but surely. Yeah, you go to your little courses and so forth. And then it just comes natural. From the time I take 2 days in Paris, France, I just like, okay. And I started speaking to my friends and say, I thought you tell me you don't speak French. I said, pardon French. I said, no. They say, you speak French. You speak a good French. I said, I speak a good French. I said, your mama. I said, the word mama guy? Mama guy is English, is Trini. your mama guy me. They say, no, me no mama guy you. So you have to learn languages. You want to go outside there, take a language. You just don't take it for a thing. We were preparing to go to the Olympic Games. And we're just jamming. And I want to come off of air. I promise you all to play back the piece that those of you would have missed in the beginning. So I just want to say, in closing, before I play back the last piece, it has been a pleasure and honor just sharing some of the things that would have shaped me and molded me. And these would be lessons to learn of how to educate yourself in the technology and be financially free. I could have done this 2 or 3 years ago. Maybe I was not mentally ready. But when you say that the teacher would appear, and then I recognize that no teacher is appearing, and I recognize that I have become the teacher now. And so I have to appear and teach those who want to get the personal development. Oh, I was shocked. I did that. Yeah, I showed you the keep key. Yes, I showed you the keep key. So we have about 2 keep keys remaining. First come, first serve basis. You can order it as well online and pay all your taxes and so forth, which is great. It's $780 for it, right? So you could choose if you want to pay in crypto. If you have crypto we accept crypto. Yeah. In the music school, you could pay with crypto too as well. If you don't have fiat, I sometimes go and get my windshield, my jazz place. Jazz have this place. They come home by your house and change your windshield of a vehicle. And I say, how do you want me to pay? He say, well, pay the guy cash for the service, and for the windshield, you're paying me. So you could pay me in crypto. And I pay in crypto. And we have been paying in crypto for the last 7 to 8 years. So I feel comfortable with crypto. And, we did a lot of transferring back and forth. And I can't show you everything on the video, but it has been there. And that's how we have survived and continue letting our money grow for us while we sleep. Our crypto, I should say, our cryptocurrency grow for us while we sleep. If not, we're going to work until we die. So blessings to you all. I'm going to stop the recording now, and I'm going to play the video from this morning. I'm going to share to show you how difficult it is. It's on a page that is only for 24 hours. This seminar took place yesterday. Look at here. And it's here. And after 24 hours, you see, I played it already. After we watch it, after 24 hours, this page would not be there again. So and Facebook has his Telegram groups. Obviously, you want to get involved with that too as well.